which comes as the long questions. What is implantation? Implantation is a process by which the fertilized embryo, that is zygote, get implanted or embedded within the uterine musculature. So that is called the implantation. Implantation starts from the 6 days of the cycle till to the 12 days. Now what happens? What are the processes that is taking place during the implantation? Now this is, you know already that this is the fertilized ovum, that is the zygote formation is been there. So this is the zona pellucida which is getting it, not to be implanted any abdominal side, it is to come to be implanted within the uterine cavity. So what happens? This is the changes that takes place, that is the cells I already tell you, they arrange themselves as the tropoblastic cells, and at the polar end that is called the embryoblastic cells. Now the zona pellucida is the one which is actually preventing the process of implantation. So before implantation, the thing that is to be happen is the disappearance of the zona pellucida. This is the uterus, this is the cavity of the uterus, which it comes over here. This is the uterine epithelium, you know this is uterine epithelium, this is called the stroma, or the connective tissue content of the uterus, that is called the stoma. So this is zona, this is stomoplasm, this is the stoma, and this is called the uterine epithelium. Now in the next stage what happens, this is the hatching of the blastocyst. On the uterine endothelium, they will puncture the uterine endothelium between the glands, and this up to this the zona is present. Then there is a zona, there is a release of a enzyme trypsins which actually helps in the process of the puncturing of this uterine epithelium, and this puncturing is also helped by the tropoblastic cells. So they are embedded within the stoma. Then at the site of the puncture where it is puncturing, the uterine epithelium disrupted, and then it is the fibrin clot or deposit which is getting over here to again for the resumption of the uterine epithelium, and then we will see this is being included within the stoma of the uterus, and then the cells of the frontal where it is being puncturing, the cytoplastic cells, they don't have the mitotic division without non-nucleus, non-nucleated cytoplastic cells, they appears. They are called the syncytiotropoblast, which has more penetrating power than the cytotropoblast, so they included within the uterine stoma. Then ultimately, this is the picture what happens, it is entering into the stoma. This is the blastocyst over here, the resumption of the uterine epithelium takes place. Appearance of the embryonic disc takes place, and this is a cavity within the baby, that's called the amniotic cavity, that appears at the time of implantation. This is included between the 6 days. This puncturing occurs in the 6 days, and ultimately this will be continuous to be completely embedded within the uterus by 12th day of fertilization. Now there are different types of implantation what is occurring. This is a central type of implantation. This yellow color is a myometrium, this is an endometrium, and this is a uterine cavity in the cross section. And within the uterine cavity, if the implantation takes place, that is called the central type of implantation that normally occurs in carnivorous. Example is a cow. This is an eccentric type of implantation where the uterine cavity forms the pockets, and then we will see this is the magnesis being occurring within this pocket. This is called eccentric type of implantation, and that is occurring in case of cat's mouse. And this is called the interstitial type of implantation where the uterine cavity is not being touched. The implantation will be within the myometrium, and so this type of implantation we will be seeing in the guinea pig and the human being, but the uterine cavity remain as it is, and it is within the myometrium, endometrium, punctured myometrium, the baby will grows up. This type of implantation is called interstitial implantation, which is occurs in case of guinea pig and human being. Okay.